Arshad Ahmed, President of AmCham and Chairman of the inauguration of AmCham COVID-19 Support Initiative for marginal farmers of Shirazganj. We have guest of honor, His Excellency R. Miller, Ambassador of United States of America in Bangladesh. Next, our special guest, he has finished his speech, Dr. Habibi Millar, Honorable MP Shirazganj, and he is a very good doctor and specialist in cardiology. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to be here as a chief guest to inaugurate uh, the support initiative for small and marginal farmers in response to COVID-19 pandemic. I feel deeply honored, and I consider it's a good opportunity for me to speak few words on this occasion. I had opportunity to attend AmCham program before. I understand AmCham was founded in 1996. Earlier it was American and Bangladesh Cooperation Forum. Later on it was converted or changed to an American Chamber in Bangladesh to promote economic cooperation and trade relations. I also understand that American Chamber has organized number of seminar, workshop, conference on different bilateral and global issues and for sharing experiences, sharing knowledge and understanding between the countries and to promote welfare of the people of the countries. We know Bangladesh is an agricultural country. Its economy dominated by agriculture. Agriculture contribute about 7 to 8%. About 14% of our total GDP. It employs about 40% of our labor forces. And Bangladesh historically has been food deficit country. We suffered many hunger, starvation, even famine. In the past, we had to import food or dependent on food aid or assistance from our development partner. But fortunately, now we are self-sufficient in our staple food, at least in rice. We also have increased production of all foods, pulses, oil, potatoes, maize, and different crops. Another subsector of agriculture, like livestock and fisheries, there we have made very good progress as well. Food security has been always on the top of the priority of government program. Since 1947, subcontinent got independence from British colonial ruler. All successive government has goal to achieve self-sufficiency in food. But unfortunately, those are elusive. We could not be self-sufficient in food. First in government led by Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina in 1996, during that tenure, Bangladesh became almost self-sufficient in food. Productivity was increased and total production also increased. Later on, government came led by Food Party Alliance, BNP and Jamaat, Again, food production went down, it was declining, and growth rate was awfully low. We have a shortage of 30 to 40, 3 to 4 million tons of staple food, rice and food. We have to import every year. In 2008 election, uh, Aumili, under the leadership of Sheikh Hasina, formed the government, and in that election, we placed to the nation through our election manifesto, Vision Document 2021, that we will be achieving self-sufficiency in food latest by 2015. Also, we promised to the people that we will be achieving all the MDG goals, like poverty reduction, and then addressing gender issue, healthcare, universal healthcare, education, and in other infrastructure. We had 5 priority sectors. On the top, it was food security and reducing the price of essential commodities so that poor people can afford. I am proud to tell you today that by 2015, we became self-sufficient in food, and at the moment, we have some surplus. We can export or we can provide assistance in need if there is any disaster or any problem, deficit of food in some other countries. In 3 years ago, there was earthquake in Nepal. We provided them 20,000 supplies. Same way we helped Sri Lanka by providing 50,000 of rice and giving them on credit. They also bought it from us. Well, but still, agriculture has number of challenges. Challenges are Bangladesh is extremely vulnerable to natural disaster like flood, cyclone, drought, storm, and so on. And it has been already reported by international panel of the governmental panel on climate change that Bangladesh is sixth most vulnerable country to climate change. The rise of temperature, it has been predicted that Bangladesh will have more flood, more storm, the frequency and intensity of disaster will increase. So it's an emerging problem for Bangladesh. We have been facing the challenges, persistent challenges of high population, and our land area, cultivable land area is declining continuously because of industrialization, uh, because of our instead and with the construction of houses. And again, our land area is declining. Our capital land was about 28 decimal when we got the liberation in 1971. It has come down to now only 10 decimal per person. Per capita. That's, with that background, uh, I like to appreciate AmCham that they have come up with a program to support our marginal farmers who has been who would be suffering the impact of COVID-19. It has been reported by different international organizations and experts, civil society leaders, that because of COVID-19, there might be a serious economic recession, and there might be downturn of the economy, And also it has been reported by UN organizations like FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization, IFPRI, International Food Policy Research Organization, and WFP, World Food Program, that because of pandemic COVID-19, crop production will reduce, and uh, it may lead to food crisis, food deficit. And it may be, in some countries, there might be some famine. Keeping that in mind, we are trying to tackle COVID-19. It is threat to life and livelihood. We have taken different measures, some stringent measures, including lockdown, that directly affecting our economy. Many people lost their job, particularly in informal sectors. And we are already we are feeling the impact, consequence of COVID-19. With that background, our Honorable Prime Minister, in several occasions, in her speech to the nation, in his sharing uh, experiences, sharing views with different organizations, she said that we have to keep up uh, the growth of agricultural sector. Already we are self-sufficient. We have been enjoying good growth rate in agriculture. Only we don't have to keep the data, uphold that. We have to accelerate it. We have to increase the growth rate so that we produce more. And she said that we cannot keep a inch of land fallow or uncultivated. And in last budget, which was approved on 30th June, we allocated adequate fund to keep up the pace of growth of agricultural sector. We have experiences of famine, our people starve, our people uh, one suffered from hunger. But in last 10, 12 years, there was no single report that somebody has, has died from hunger or starvation. So our goal is to increase production despite COVID impact, and in case of need, we can help some countries if they have deficit. With that goal, we have taken several measures. We had good harvest of one of our main uh, crop, that's rice, that's our staple food, and highest quantity is grown during grow season. That has been just completed last month. We have bumper production. We can say, we can claim that for next 5, 6 months, there should not be any problem of food. We will not have any deficit. Next season is ours. We have set up a higher target. We used to grow 3 million tons. We have set up a target for 3.6 million tons from our season. We have provided a case of incentive, free fertilizer, free seed, and we could bring more areas out. We are also planning for next season, we call Ruby. It starts in October, November. And another crop we plant, that's almond, the second largest paddy rice crop, that we plant in July. We have set up seedbed. We are providing seeds at subsidized price, and we are giving different uh, incentive to the farmers so that they grow more rice. We are giving various incentives. For example, seeds, we have reduced the price 25%. We will charge for irrigation uh, with 50% discount. Those are the initiatives present government has taken. We are also giving agricultural equipment with 50% incentive. If, if farmer pay 50% and we will pay 50%. For unfavorable area, we call our low-lying area and coastal area, we will be giving 70% incentive for agricultural equipment. We are in a transition to transform our agriculture to mechanized agriculture. We are also in a transition to transform our agriculture, graduate our agriculture to commercial agriculture, modern agriculture, from subsistence agriculture. So government has number of efforts, number of measures, so that we can increase productivity and also production. Next challenge is agro-processing, agro-industries. How we can add value to our agricultural product. For example, we produce surplus profit. Easily we can process it. And we can make more profit, more money from our agricultural commodities. For example, mango. We produce very delicious mango, but we are not in the international market. We can export. Again, maize. It was not cropped 15 years ago. Now we produce 5 to 6 million tons of maize. Corn oil is very popular, very widely used by USA people and many countries. So we can extract edible oil from maize. For that we need an industry, we need an initiative. So governments are thinking seriously how we can commercialize our agriculture and we add value to our farm produce. Here agriculture, I like to mention, is a always leading development partner of Bangladesh, particularly for agricultural development. I do remember my student life. Since then I know USAID, USDA have been closely associated in agricultural development of Bangladesh. They help us in setting up our agricultural research system that we call National Agricultural Research System. They also help us first agricultural university in Mymensingh. They also help us our technology transfer system. The approach they follow in back USA. They also help us to train our agricultural extension workers, agricultural development workers. They help us in developing human resources for agricultural development and to upgrade their skill, to upgrade their skill in manpower development, and also they help us in conducting research under many joint programs. I sincerely thank USA and their initiative helping us in our agricultural development. Even I remember in 2010 when our Honorable Prime Minister assumed responsibility as a Prime Minister to govern this country, USA came forward to develop our agricultural investment plan under their global food security strategy and Feed the Future program. They helped us to develop, to prepare, to frame a agricultural investment plan. Prepared it, it was presented in Sonarga Hotel. I do remember USA chief came as a special guest. Honorable Prime Minister was chief guest there, and that document was appreciated across the world. Many countries borrowed from us and they prepared similar documents. I presented that in Rome, FAO headquarters. So uh, I remember all those days, and we got good support for that investment plan. We were the first recipient of getting $50 million for our agriculture development and research program. They have number of programs in southwest part of the country. They are at the moment running a program for improving our food security and nutrition security. They have a good program in some NGO directly involved, and also our extension workers, research workers are associated with that program. I sincerely thank AmCham for their initiative, for their support for farmers who would be suffering adverse impact of COVID-19. I think they have rightly chosen a district, Shirazganj. It is extremely vulnerable to flood. This year already some part has been inundated because mighty Jamuna and some rivulets of Jamuna passes by Shirazganj, low-lying area easily get inundated. Sometimes it damages crops, damages homestay, but they have good luck there also. Rivers, every year they get good deposition of good seed. That's why Shirazganj soil is very fertile. In favorable year, if it is not damaged, they get very good crop. As Dr. Milla said, that their surplus these days because of Bodo, which is cultivated, is risk-free and cultivated with irrigation. So there's surplus in rice production, fish production. Commercially, some poultry farm, dairy farm are being set up, and they are doing very good, but they are extremely affected, and they are encouraging huge loss because of COVID-19. You know, they cannot sell their product. Poultry farm, dairy farm, and fish farm have been farmers have been suffering a lot. They're incurring huge loss. I would appreciate AmCham. They're supporting 1,000 farmers. It will help to buy inputs so that they can provide adequate inputs to their crops and get good yield. That will help to build up resilience of the farmers. I hope they will expand their program. They will try if COVID continues for quite long. I'll, on behalf of myself and government, sincerely ask yes, government and AmCham that they will come up with more support for our vulnerable farmers. They're small, they're marginal. If you consider that to the eye of an American citizen, all farmers of Bangladesh are small. If you compare with American USA farmers, they're small. Nobody have more than 2.5 acres of land. Only few may have 5, 6 acres. So mostly our farmers are small and marginal, and they are extremely vulnerable. Government has well organized, comprehensive program for supporting farmers. No way we can afford to go for food insecurity. Security may create the stability of the government, stability of the society. I remember in 2019, after the financial, oil, and food crisis, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, she elevated food security as one of the important component of the national security, national foreign policy. She told that food security is not only threat to uh, life, it is also threat to society, it is also threat to security. So food security should be considered not only as a food, but also threat to security. Present government is attaching highest importance food security. And to sustain that, we are doing our best. And I like to assure you that we will leave no stone unturned to ensure our food security for all people. Our founding father of the nation has a dream to make Bangladesh hunger-free, poverty-free, truly golden Bengal. His daughter, Sheikh Hasina, advancing the dream of father of the nation towards prosperous. Again, I thank AmCham and all members of the American chambers for inviting me as a chief guest and let me speak few words.
Sir, thank you very much. Sir, you need to.
আমি আপনাদেরকে একটু বাংলায় বলতে চাই, সিরাজগঞ্জে যারা রয়েছেন, বর্তমান সরকার সর্বাত্মক কর্মসূচি নিয়েছে পুনঃক্রমে যাতে আমাদের খাদ্য নিরাপত্তা এবং বিঘ্নিত না। আমরা খুবই একটা অনিশ্চয়তার মধ্যে রয়েছি, সংকটের মধ্যে রয়েছি। সারা মানব জাতি, entire humankind of the planet, extremely concerned, খুবই দুশ্চিন্তার মধ্যে রয়েছে কিভাবে এই অজানা অসুখ কিভাবে মোকাবেলা করা যায়। সাথে সাথে মানুষের জীবিকা, আমি জানি যারা চাকরি হারিয়েছে বিভিন্ন শহরে, বিভিন্ন শিল্প কারখানা, দোকানপাটে, বিভিন্ন পরিবহনে কাজ করে, তারা গ্রামে ফিরে গিয়েছে। তারা এখন কৃষির সাথে নিজেদেরকে সম্পৃক্ত করেছে। এটা একটা ভালো দিক কৃষিমন্ত্রী হিসাবে। তারা অনেকে আরো বেশি জমিকে আবাদে নিয়ে আসছে এবং তারা অনেক শিক্ষিত মানুষ কৃষির সাথে ইনভলভ হচ্ছে। ইনশাআল্লাহ মানব জাতি যে যুদ্ধ করছে কোভিড-19 এর সাথে, ইনশাআল্লাহ আমরা বিজয়ী হব, স্বাভাবিক অবস্থা ফিরে আসবে এবং বর্তমান সরকারের যে সকল উদ্যোগ রয়েছে কৃষিকে সত্যিকার অর্থে একটা লাভজনক পেশায় পরিণত করা, আমরা অতিরিক্ত ধান এবং অন্যান্য ফসল উৎপাদন করছি, এগুলো বিক্রি করে যাতে কৃষকরা লাভবান হয় এবং উন্নত জীবনযাপন করতে পারে। সিরাজগঞ্জের মানুষ খুবই হার্ড ওয়ার্কিং, তারা অনেক কষ্ট করে এই বন্যার জন্য। তারপরেও আমি বলবো যে তারা যত রকম বাধাই আসে এই বাধা কাটিয়ে অন্ধকার ঘুচিয়ে তারা আলোর পথে যাবে এবং বাংলাদেশের সার্বিক উন্নয়নে সিরাজগঞ্জের মানুষ অবশ্যই অবদান রাখবে। আমি হাবিবি মিল্লাত এবং তার এলাকার এবং সিরাজগঞ্জের সকল মানুষকে আন্তরিকভাবে অভিনন্দন জানাচ্ছি। জয় বাংলা, জয় বঙ্গবন্ধু। লং লিভ বাংলাদেশ, লং লিভ বাংলাদেশ USA friendship.
Thanks, Honorable Minister, for your kind speech, and we would also request you to formally inaugurate this program.
It's my great honor to inaugurate this program, launching of support initiative to farmers by AmCham. I formally inaugurate.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, for your kind words and inaugurating the effort of AmCham. So as I have told at the beginning of the session, we are also connected to Sirazganj, where we have the presence of marginal farmers who will receive the first lot of support from the Honorable District Commissioner of Sirazganj, Dr. Farooq Ahmed. We will be connecting at Sirazganj end now. This part of this session will be moderated by Shafiqul Alam, Area Manager, Sadhata Foundation. Mr. Shafiqul Alam, can you please moderate the session? And can we see Shirazman again?
Please, you need to unmute and speak.
Thank you. ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি আজকে আমেরিকান চেম্বার অফ কমার্স বাংলাদেশের এই আয়োজনকে। আমরা সিরাজগঞ্জ স্বাধীনতা ফাউন্ডেশনের পক্ষ থেকে আন্তরিক ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি। আজকের উপস্থিতি অনারেবল মিনিস্টার আমাদের ডক্টর মোহাম্মদ আব্দুল রাজ্জাক এমপি স্যার। আমরা ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি আমেরিকান চেম্বার অফ কমার্স বাংলাদেশের প্রেসিডেন্ট এইচ আর মিলার। আমরা ধন্যবাদ জানাচ্ছি স্বাধীনতা ফাউন্ডেশন